Hello students, this video is about habitat of algae. Students, algae are distributed all over the world and they occupy a wide variety of habitat. And you can find them growing on ice, on land, on water bodies as well as in association with other organisms. Students, they grow everywhere where they get suitable moisture and temperature. And based on their habitat, three types of algae can be recognized. First one is aquatic algae, second is terrestrial algae, and third is algae of unusual or special habitat. Students, in this video, I will explain to you first two categories, that is aquatic and terrestrial algae. So first of all, let's know about aquatic algae. Students, algae are predominantly aquatic and are found as floating or submerged. They are of two types, that is freshwater and marine water. As name indicate, freshwater algae, they are present in rivers, lakes and ponds. And example of these are Spirogyra, Gamphonesis and Didymo as well as Chloropa. You can see here enlarged image of Spirogyra as well as Chloropa. These are the algae of freshwater habitat. Second is algae of marine habitat or algae which grow in sea. And example of these algae are Alva, Fucus and Laminaria. This is image of Laminaria. Student, you can list up some more algae of these categories from your books. Students, aquatic algae are further grouped into two main types, that is benthos or benthophytes and planktophytes as well as phytoplanktons. Students, algae which are found in bottom of the water bodies and which are mainly bottom dwellers, they are known as benthophytes or benthos. While the algae which float on the surface of the water, they are known as planktophytes or phytoplanktons. So let's know in detail about the benthophytes. Students, several freshwater and marine algae are found attached to the substratum. The freshwater such as Chara, Nitilla, Cladophora, Camuchiphon, they are found attached to the substratum in the bottom of the water bodies. Almost all of the brown algae, that is member of Euophyceae, are found in attached condition to some substrata in the sea. Students, let's watch some example of marine benthos, and these are Sargassum. You can see here image of genus Sargassum, and these are the two species of the Sargassum. Next is Alva, and these are the two different species of the genus Alva. Next is Cystoceria humilis, that is again a marine algae. Next one is Gelidium. You can see that this is red in color. Next is Porphyra. Next one is Chloropa taxifolis. Next is Ectocarpus. Students, you have read in detail about this algae in your UG classes. Next one is Gracilaria, again red in color. Next is Microcystis pyrifera. Then is Polychiphonia. Again, you know about this algae and you have studied this algae in detail in your UG classes. Then is Laminaria. So students, these are the example of marine benthos. And these are Sargassum, Alva, Cystoceria, Gelidium, Porphyra, Coleoptera, Ectocarpus, Gracilaria, Macrocystis, Polychiphonia as well as Laminaria. Next is freshwater benthos. Students, algae which are found at the bottom of freshwater bodies are called as freshwater benthos. And example of these are Chara, you can see image of this algae, then Batrachospermum. These two slides are of Batrachospermum. Then is Cladophora. These three slides are of Cladophora, and lower one show and last structure or cell structure of Cladophora. Students, Cladophora may grow in fresh water as well as in marine habitat, means some species of it grow in fresh water while other grow in marine habitat. Students, benthophytes can be further categorized into following subcategories. First one is epectophytes. These are the algae which are found attached to the substrata along the shores, means they occur on the shores of the water bodies. These are also called as epectic algae, and example of these are Oedogonium, Spirogyra. Such algae grow along the shores of the lakes and ponds. The most important freshwater forms are Oedogonium, Chaetophora, some species of Spirogyra, Magotia, some diatoms, Cytonema as well as Ribularia. Student, you can see images of these algae in next few slides. Next category is epiphytic algae. These are the algae which are attached to the soil, and example of this is Chara. Then is epilithic algae. These are the algae which are found attached to the rocks or stones, and example is Laminaria. Next is epizoic algae. As name suggests, these type of algae they grow on the aquatic animals. They are also called as epizoophytes. For example, filaments of Cladophora are found attached to the snail shell. Next category is epiphytic algae. Algae that live on other aquatic plants are called epiphytic algae or epiphytes. And example are Oedogonium, Chara or Nitilla. Student, you can see some algae they are the example of other categories also. So student, I have only mentioned here genus name, and some species of the genus they may be categorized into different categories. So students, benthophytes can be further categorized into these 5 types, and these are epectophytes growing on the shores, epiphytic growing on the soil, epilithic found growing on the stones, epizoic grow on the animals, and epiphytes which grow on the plants. Students, that's all about the benthophytes. And next category is planktophytes. Students, as I told you earlier, these algae which float on the surface of the water are called phytoplanktons or planktophytes. They are of further two main types, that is euplanktophytes or tychoplanktophytes. Euplanktophytes, they are never attached, and from the very beginning they are free floating, means such type of algae they remain free floating from beginning to end, means throughout their life cycle. For example, diatoms, Microcystis, Sanidesmus, Chlamydomonas and Volvox. These algae they keep on free floating on the surface of the water bodies. Second category is tychophytoplanktons or tychoplanktophytes. Students, these type of algae they are attached in the beginning, but later on they became a detached and then they remain free floating. Students, most of the benthos They are of these categories because initially they are attached to the substratum, but later on they become free floating. So example of tocophytoplanktons are Spirogyra, Gymnema, Cladophora, Udogonium, Tribonema, Microspora, Cylindrospermum, Tetraspora, Ribularia, Nostoc as well as Sargassum. Students, you can see images of these algae in next slide. Students, phytoplanktons, they can cause algal blooms, means when algae grow in bulk on the surface of the water, then they called bloom. For example, microcystis impart dark blue color to the sea, and Trichodesmium erythraeum causes redness of the sea. Students, both of these algae are very important and you may be asked about these in your competitive exams. So students, let's watch images of these algae. First one is Canadismus. You can see enlarged image of this algae. Second one is Gymnema. Students, these three slides are of Gymnema. And you can see here enlarged image as well as surface view of Gymnema. Third one is Ribularia. Student, as Ribularia is a member of blue-green algae, so you can find here this algae growing in a filament. Next is Tibonema. Students, you can see here this is image of Tibonema and it is a member of Xanthophyceae. Next is Microspora and this slide show algae Microspora. These two slides are of the algae Nitilla. Then this one is Trichodesmium. Again it is a member of blue-green algae. So you can see here algae growing in filament. Then is Cylindrospermum. Students, this is again a blue-green algae and this is the cell structure in Cylindrospermum. Then next one is Tetraspora. Students, this is a green algae and you can see it has a single unicellular thallus. But when it grows in groups, then we call it Tetraspora and it looks like this. So students, these are the images of the algae which are initially attached but later on they become free floating. Students, then some example of freshwater phytoplanktons, and example of freshwater phytoplanktons are volvox that grow in a colony, Chlamydomonas, it has unicellular thallus, then Chlorella, and next one is Microcystis. So students, these are the freshwater phytoplanktons. Next is marine phytoplanktons and mostly they are diatoms, and example of first one is Cyclotila. They may be Lignema or they may be Trichodesmium. So these are the example of marine phytoplanktons. Students, that's all about the aquatic algae, and you can see that aquatic algae, they may be of fresh water and they may be of marine water, and again they may be of benthophytes or they may be of phytoplanktons. Students, next is terrestrial habitat, and the algae which found growing on terrestrial habitat are known as terrestrial algae. Students, algae found on land are called terrestrial algae and they are also called as edapophytes. They are found upon or inside the surface of the earth, and on that basis they are of two types. First is sapophytes. These are the algae which found growing on the surface of the earth, and they are also called as surface algae. Student, most of the species of Myxophyceae are found upon the surface of the soil. For example, Mesotanium, Botrydum, Protoschiphon, Oudocladium, Boucheria, Fritzstelia, and many other. They are found upon the bed soil or bed surface of the land. You can see example of Botrydum. Then is Oudocladium, which is quite similar to the Oudogonium, but it is found on the bed soil surface. Then is Protoschiphon, that is again a green algae. You can see thallus structure here. Then is Fritzstelia. This is cell structure of Fritzstelia. Then last one is Mesotanium, and again this is a green algae, and you can see green color of this algae. Student, next category is cryptophytes. These are the algae which are subterranean in habit and occur inside the soil. The species of nostoc, Anabaena and Euglena have been reported from the paddy fields, where they also fix the atmospheric nitrogen and help to increase fertility of the soil. Students, you can see here images of the Anabaena and Euglena. So students, it's very clear that sapophytes are the algae which grow on the surface of the soil, while cryptophytes are the algae which grow inside the soil. Because you can see Anabaena which grow in paddy field that is subterranean in nature. So students, that's all about the aquatic and terrestrial habitat of algae. In next video, I will explain to you some unusual or special type of habitats in algae. I hope you understood this topic. Thank you for listening.